All right. When Donald Trump Jr., Republican Senator Ted Cruz, and Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez agree on something, you know you may have a problem. Here is part of the question. What is happening with certain stock trading platforms? Is it illegal? Is somebody going to end up going to jail? The three people I was just mentioning, they're among many calling for an investigation now after groups like Robinhood stopped allowing certain people to stop trading several stocks like GameStop, AMC. Hedge funds betting on the companies losing, then smaller investors put money in betting they would actually do better. Do you follow me? It's kind of confusing for some. Pete Dunn, also known as Pete the Planner, is joining us now with more on this outcry from so many saying this is not fair. This may be market manipulation. It may be illegal. It's interesting because everybody has an opinion if they follow this. I'm interested now in what is your take?
Yeah, so hello.
Hi.
There are
we need an hour.
Lot of things going on here, and so I'm going to do the best I can in a short period of time to explain it. So GameStop, AMC Theaters, these were stocks that a lot of experts thought were in big trouble, Angela. And there's a way to profit when companies struggle. It's called selling short. So the internet decided, I don't know how the internet decides anything, but it collectively decided on Reddit and on Twitter and YouTube that, hey, let's bet against the people who are betting against these stocks. So that is to say, let's stick it to the hedge funds.
Yes.
And let's stick it to these institutional investors. So they did. And so these stocks took off. They put one to those big money people. But then it got out of hand because the apps that people were using to trade this, such as Robinhood, couldn't handle the volume because they have federal and SEC requirements to have certain amounts of money on hand to make sure the trades can go through. So to some degree, they were sort of legally required to pull back because they didn't meet SEC requirements. On the other hand, they sort of created this frenzy with how they promote the gamification of stock trading. So this is a weird thing, and I will tell you, people will go to jail.
Right, that's the part, that's the key, right? Now, you mentioned Robinhood. There's already a lawsuit now, right? There's lawsuits against them. There are people that are outraged that they stopped the trading, not the trading, but stopped the buying of the stock. And people are saying that's not right. But it sounds like you're kind of more on the opinion that they needed to do that.
They kind of had to do that. And look, when people hear a financial person say that, they think I'm disconnected from reality. I just know how it works. Like, they kind of had to do it. They're not going to jail. There are financial advisors who are licensed, who have rules they have to follow that were stoking these fires online. They're going to jail. And I would also like to say that everyone who wants to get involved in this whole thing, please know it's unprecedented and it's very risky. I want you to be wealthy. That's why I'm on here every week on Wednesdays, because I want to help you.
A lot of people,
but be very careful.
Too, that are saying though, like your Robinhoods are going to be out of business now, that no one now will trust them and no one will do business with them. And others are saying they should have had the amount of money to, quote, I mean, for lack of a better word, cover their bet. And so there are a lot of opinions, like, you know, David Portnoy, who's got a big following. He's claiming that those folks should be the ones that go to prison.
Well, that's not how it works. I appreciate his opinion, but that's not how it works. They will be fined. They will not go out of business, and they will get dragged in front of Congress, which is uncomfortable.
All right, we'll wait to see what happens here.